The Los Angeles Clippers will host the Utah Jazz, who are frankly number one in the Western Conference and who have put the entire NBA on notice. What are your thoughts on this upcoming matchup?
Let the winning streak continue. Like, I just don't look now, NBA. This Jazz team is upsetting the West. I'm sorry, I just didn't see it. I said it multiple times. I didn't see this Jazz team being who they have become so far. They're amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing um really less about what the Jazz will do, more so about what the Clippers will do. And in this instance, really, when will Kawhi get his feet under him? That's what I'm looking forward to, right? So it's not even really for me. I just want to know, when will Kawhi be in full? When will he be able to be of max capacity? That's what I'm looking forward to. And if this game is going to be, because now he's what, this will be his third game back since he's come back the second time. What will that look like, right? And so, yes, what I'm really looking forward to. How will Kawhi impact the game, really?
Yes, and that is my concern as well. I mean, since he's been back this time around, he has
Mm-hmm.
started the games. Let's just talk about his production. You're talking about max capacity. First game back, 6 points, 5 rebounds, played 25 minutes. However, the Clippers won that game. And then 11 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists against the San Antonio Spurs. He
Mm-hmm.
played 22 minutes in a lackluster effort, I think.
I
I
think as
just
well.
don't. Yeah, I am not impressed with what I am seeing, and Kawhi is not 100%. I think they may have rushed him back just a little bit, although I just don't see Kawhi allowing that. But it just feels like it because what we're seeing from him right now is not the Kawhi Leonard that I remember.
And not only, and I don't expect him to come back from a surgery, injury, recovery 100. But what bothers me, I guess, what one of my concerns is that, can he get to the free throw line? See, once he starts wheeling himself to the free throw line, because he had zero free throws in that Spurs game,
Yeah.
zero. When he starts to do that, then I say, okay, now I'm feeling better. Because when he doesn't will himself to the, or force himself to get a foul and force himself to the free throw line, for me, until he starts to do that, then I will say, okay, now Kawhi's kind of back. Because he stays at the line. He stay at the line, and now he's barely getting there. I just think that he seems to be playing real cautious, real careful, and I
Hmm.
don't know if that's what the Clippers will need to win these next set of matchups. That's just all I'm saying. And now with PG out because he had knee soreness, he left out early in the Spurs game. He didn't play the second half. So is he going to be able to play? Will he even play this game with the Jazz? And if so, will he be at max capacity? I don't know.
Yeah, I think PG just said, you know what? I've already scored 21 points
When I finish,
and this is a blowout. The Spurs are not on the Clippers level quite yet. So I think PG will be okay, but they do need to be concerned because without PG and a 50% Kawhi, there's no way the Clippers can defeat the Utah Jazz. Not the way the Utah Jazz are playing right now.
no. And another thing is, like, I have, who is going to stop Laurie marketing? Because for
Oh,
real, it's two things: who's going to stop Laurie marketing, and who's going to come off the Jazz bench. That's it. Which one is going to be? Is it going to be Colin Sexton with 22 points? Is it going to be Beasley with what he had, like 26, 29 points? Like, who's going to come off in their last games? Who's going to come off the bench? Because if I look at the bench for the Clippers, I'm kind of like, I know they say, "Oh, the Clippers is deep," but if Powell ain't putting up 26 points, so who else going to do it? Hopefully
yes.
John Wall get 22. I mean, they're so inconsistent. I just don't know. I don't know about the depth. Luke Kennard is day to day. Like,
Hmm.
what is this inconsistent lineup that Ty Lue is working with? That's my thing. At least I know from the Jazz, you're gonna get the players because nobody is really out. I think Mike Conley, you know,
Right.
Mike Conley, yeah, he's day to day as well, I believe. But who gonna stop Laurie marketing? Who gonna do
Even
it?
without Mike Conley, the Utah Jazz put a smacking on their last competition against the Portland Trailblazers. But let's talk about health. Jordan Clarkson, Laurie Markkinen, and Kelly Olynyk have played all 18 games for the Utah Jazz. They are consistent. They are healthy. And then when you talk about the Los Angeles Clippers, the only players who have played all of their games are Zubac and Reggie Jackson. You talk about consistency, inconsistency. That's it right there for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that's why I think they haven't been able to get their mojo. And Kawhi Leonard is a big part of that. PG has done pretty well this
Yeah,
season,
he
missed
has.
only one game. I mean, that's impressive, but is this knee issue going to linger,
I know.
or
I know.
is this just a one game thing?
At what point will we say for the Clippers? I know y'all probably waiting for the playoffs, but I'm gonna need to see that right now. I don't know what the playoffs is gonna even look like because I can't see what it looks like now. So I know the injury plagues teams. I get it, but I'm on the fence with this Clippers team. Unfortunately, it's not what I anticipated them being at this stage of the season. And I know that they're top 10. I get it. It's just lackluster for me. It's lackluster for me. And PG, if he is not at his top, they struggle. So I don't know.
Yes. I actually had the Clippers as being a favorite to win this season, but things have changed over the
Things have
last
changed.
17, 18 games.
Yes, yes, yes. With new information, I make new decisions. With new information, I make different opinions. Absolutely, absolutely. What we talked about, before the season began, and the way the roster was looking, see what roster looks like and health looks like, changes as the season progresses. And right now, I'm like, Clippers, y'all doing good, but a deep playoff run with what I'm seeing right now, with a inconsistent starting lineup, injuries and lingering. Am I here? Am I here? And if I am in, I'm not quiet. I'm not even at max capacity yet. And unfortunately, I can't even say if I even know he's going to ever be that again. Right. So that's where I am with the Clippers. And I just don't know if they will be able to pull it off this season at this stage with what I'm seeing. And we'll see how it goes.
This will be the second time the Los Angeles Clippers face the Utah Jazz. I mean, they lost in their first matchup 110 or 102, but that was without Kawhi Leonard. And hopefully this time with Kawhi back and hopefully PG can play, they'll both make an impact. But what I'm seeing from the Jazz, I just don't know if it's enough. I just don't know. This second matchup, I think, is their biggest measuring stick so far, especially if they're back healthy as a unit. Can they defeat the Utah Jazz? I mean, I just don't know.
At the rate they're going, I agree with you that the Utah Jazz is a measuring stick, because if the Clippers continue in this trajectory and they get these lackluster wins, because I'm just not I'm not blown away by the wins. If they do get these wins and they find themselves in the postseason and they become a top 8 team, they're going to play the Jazz
Oh,
one way or the
absolutely.
other. So if you want to go deep, the Jazz will be one of the teams. As long as the Jazz continues on their trajectory, they're going to be one of the teams that are going to have to meet up. So can we figure it out now? I just it's go Jazz. Like, so clearly who I have coming out of this matchup is going to be the Utah Jazz. Like, clearly, unless something happens, it will be an upset because I have the Jazz coming out, being able to
Yes,
close out the game now. And I often even wonder, will it even be competitive? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. For me, the Clippers just giving me lackluster basketball right now, and maybe because they are compromised with their roster. It ain't enough. But when I watch the Jazz, I'm like, ooh, I'm just more excited about it right now. So, yeah, Jazz for me. How about you?
absolutely. I have the Utah Jazz as
Mm,
well. I mean, they're going to out rebound the Los Angeles Clippers. They're going to shoot the three ball better. And just the fouls that they are able to get from the refs. In their last
yeah.
matchup, the Jazz had 26 fouls and the Clippers only had 15. So, I just think the Utah Jazz are just a superior team right now at this stage of the
At this
season.
stage.
And I think they'll defeat the Los Angeles Clippers in this second matchup.